So I have Marcus from Arlington Heights, Virginia asking, actually, this is a good one. As a government contractor, many of my time wasters are mandated by agency compliance and slow portals. How do I apply effective principles and systems I don't own or control? You can't. Very easy answer, especially when you're dealing with the government. The government is a very slow and drawn out process. You cannot speed up the path of the government, right? So you definitely have to be patient. But instead of looking at what the government is doing and how slow the government is taking, can you kind of venture out and look at some of the elements that are in your business? Or more importantly, once you get the green light, right, from the government, do you have a process in place on what your next steps would be? Once again, always focus on what you can do. Control the controllables, but trying to speed up the slow molasses of the government, you have a better chance on walking on water, right? And I only know the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was capable of walking on water, so that's a task that you don't even want to do. But be patient when it comes to the overall government, because there's a possibility that the government, once everything passes, they will reward you heavily based off of the contract that you are seeking. But once again, instead of you waiting on the government and complaining and being upset based off of how slow the government is taking, figure out what your next steps will be when it comes to when the government says, okay, you have this contract, what are your next steps would be? And as a side note, one of my processing services specifically helps government contractors with their first contract, or subcontractors who are looking to become primes. And most people, when they are in the process of vetting out and waiting for that contract, they don't know what the next steps will be. So I guarantee you that there are some elements in your business that you may not know what to do right now that you would need to figure out. So once that green light happens, you know exactly what your next steps are, and you can move forward accordingly. But do not try to speed up the government's process. You will waste your time, your effort, and energy, and that is something that I do not want for you, Marcus.